Gemini, welcome to your tarot oracle reading. You have here a very strong spread starting. First thing first. Right now we have Mars in Gemini, your own sign. And this is going to be for 7 months, which is very unusual. So astrologically, Gemini, you have this very strong drive and fighting spirit, this pressure from Mars, which is fire energy, which is propelling your own sign, you, towards, perhaps you don't know, perhaps you're feeling that pressure of doing, of manifesting, but you're not quite sure what to do with that or how to use that energy. And the coincidence is that your astrological card that came through is Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. So there is definitely a need here to be a warrior, to not give up. Because what we see is that you have Jupiter, the planet of Jupiter, which is a very lucky planet, which has to do with your confidence, your courage, your self-belief. And it's luck, it's good luck. So there's a need here to come back to a sense of ground. You have the base chakra that came in reverse. And your root chakra has to do with exactly that. Letting yourself drop into the earth. Reconnect with the earth, with your body. You have love your body here. By the way, number 22, the master builder number, could be very significant for some of you. As well, we have very strongly 111 that is coming through. So watch for those numbers, because that signifies that your angels, your guides are right here with you. Sometimes when you see those numbers, perhaps you can stop and see, okay, what was I thinking? Or perhaps it could be a confirmation of a thought, an emotion, or an insight that you just got in that moment. So pay attention. But to pay attention, we need to be in our body, in our intuition, deeper than in the mind. And what we see here is that by loving your body, there's a need to change scenery a little bit, because your mind could be tricking you a lot. And especially right now with Virgo season, we can tend to get into details, over critical with ourselves. And we need to perhaps get into more creativity, let ourselves get into the higher mind, where because you're connected in meditation with the higher power, the higher presence that is yours, you're able to see the beauty in things, the decoration. They're saying decorate, to get into your artistic mode, get that physical energy, an outlet for expression. Because if you keep it inside, it can start to bring up an overload of anxiety here. We're seeing anxiety, and the thinking woman is the first card that came through, Gemini. So of course you're an air sign, you're very mental, and sometimes we can get a little bit scattered. And when we have so much energy and we don't focus it into one path, into a creative, positive attitude, then we can get into the worst of that energy. So that is why here you have the 9th house that came through, which is the house of Sagittarius, which has to do with broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. So it's definitely here about, Gemini, learning new things, perhaps traveling, opening your mind to different cultures, different information. But definitely there's a strong emphasis on expressing, writing, communicating, and telling your truth. Telling your truth is really important. And that could have to do with a particular relationship. Finding the right boundaries. You have a say no here. It did come reverse. So it could signify two things. Perhaps you are resisting a certain love in your life, and that could actually be your own blockage, because perhaps you're seeing only the negative side of that. But at the same time, there is here a need to also put up the boundaries. So it's like, in this particular situation, a need to say your truth in that way, putting up the boundaries, but then also staying open to, what the other has to say or how it comes through. When it comes to communication, we need to make sure that we are not our worst enemy. We're not too reactive. Mars energy can also be very impulsive, reactive. And so we need to watch that. And so here we see a certain lack of self-confidence, maybe feeling insecure. Maybe in relationships you've had this fear of abandonment or not feeling worthy. A lot of emotions here with the second chakra. Archangel Ariel could be significant for some of you. And so here, of course, there's conflict. But instead of letting yourself go down here, the stairs, look, he's going down the stairs, but the light is behind him. And there's still here a lantern in the darkness. So there's a need here to know that wherever you find yourself at this time in your life, there is always the flame within you, this passion within you that is ignited. And you need to focus on that. In all of the overwhelm that is happening around the world, externally, in your particular situation, you need to know and focus on what sparks you up. What is it that truly makes you vibrate? Because they're saying, as you concentrate, you have concentration here. As you get into that one arrow pointed, which actually the ninth house has to do with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius has to do with the one pointed arrow. It has to do with the one who will go, the warrior. Actually, on the depiction of Mars as well, you see that he has a one pointed arrow here. Once you find that focus, Gemini, you are going to create miracles. Miracles that are going to be created for you. You have the Virgin Mary here. So the miracles are here for you. It's just a matter of letting yourself relax into, see, she has her eyes closed, meditation, go deeper within. Instead of staying in the anxiety, the mental space, which is more superficial. You have to go deeper within you. This is where you will find the answer, the choice, the right choice. As you talk to God, number 11 here, and take a breather. And you start to feel the contractions, the nervousness, the restlessness. It's an indication for you to, for 1 minute, stop. Simply stop. Go lay down. Simply lay down and feel your body with no thought. Just let yourself be there. That can change the course of your day, the course of your life. 1 moment, 1 breath can change the rest of your life. So right now, in this moment, you can change all of it. Listening to music, perhaps frequencies on YouTube, you have calming music, you have frequencies for different chakras as well that you can find for free. Could be very helpful as well. All right, but definitely here we'll get into your tarot. You got the Queen of Pentacles here, which has to do with connecting. I need to reconnect with your body, taking a shower, a warm shower, a cold shower, wherever you find yourself, whatever makes you feel good, feel safe, feel home, feel a sense of sweetness. Because the abundance, the Empress is coming through. And again, that has to do with loving yourself, the unconditional love for yourself. Coming back here. And getting away from all those swords. You have the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords has to do with, shady stuff, being stabbed behind, in the back, stuff like that. And if this is your situation, right behind, you have the Ace of Swords, the truth. And so here, when we add the two, we have an Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is your prison, your mental prison. We need to get out of that situation, and the only way is to get out of the mind. Whatever happened, whatever was the circumstance the other person did or whatever, we need to not get into the judgment, the criticism of oneself or the other. Because look, you have an Ace of Pentacles here with two hands in partnership, with you planting the seed here and this beautiful tree growing. This is destiny. This is destined for you, and the universe is pushing you to cool off, slow down, and reconnect so that you can turn on the light again. And here we have a couple, perhaps in the situation, the two people, have been in a lot of overwhelmed stress, and when that happens, that can definitely get into the relationship and can bring the worst of ourselves. So here we see there's no one around. They're on top of the mountain and they see the bigger picture, the perspective here. So in that way, just know that the light is behind you. It's here. It's within you. We just need to here recognize it and reconnect with it. Okay? So let's get into your tarot here, Gemini, a little bit. Oops. Yeah, again, the Empress. It's very clear here. Number 3. Number of self-expression. Soul number. A definite need here to reconnect. And underneath, again, you still have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is definitely reminding us, Gemini, that abundance is here, that you can create it. It's a divine feminine energy. She's very powerful. She's at the side of the Emperor here. So it's the feminine energy of the leader, the leadership, the one who holds its arrow and stays focused on the goal and doesn't, scatter itself. The abundance is here, but it will come only if you're able to nurture yourself. It will actually come from nurturing yourself, not so much being in overachiever mode and being very mental and logical. It's going to come more from your heart. You're definitely very abundant. Miracles coming through. The potential is here, Gemini. Yeah, we need to let go of, you have a 5 of Cups coming through, letting go of the regrets, the emotions, drowning into that. Needing to simplify here. Maybe a walk in nature could be beneficial, somewhere where it's silent. High Priestess, intuition. Infinity, she can create anything. You can create anything. All starts from energy first. We create, manifest from energy, from vibration. If your own inner world is full of love and passion in a positive way, with a positive attitude and concentration on that, you visualize that, you focus on that on a very regular basis. It could be every single moment. It could be definitely every day. This single pointed focus, then this is how you can go about your future here. I have a little itchy nose here. So, but yeah, we were talking about potential. This is talking about potential as well. You have 7 of Pentacles. This is planting the seed. Remember, we talked about that tree that is going to be growing. You're planting the seed, but we need to have patience here. And remember, we create from the inside out, not from the outside in. So if you're in your mind, you're the outside, but we need to go deeper in the inside so we can create from that. Yeah, all the cards want to come out at the same time. That is the scatteredness, Gemini. You need to find one simple goal or simplify how you're thinking about things. Realization. I mean, look, 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. This is a happily ever after. This is having a family, love, emotional fulfillment, completely fulfilled. And you have underneath the 8 of Wands. There could be travel involved. The 9th house that we had before in the astrological cards also suggests travel. So perhaps that could be something you can think about if you were thinking perhaps of moving or just for a little trip, getting out there. That is being signified here. King of Wands, a fire sign, masculine energy here, practical, taking action, becoming the leader, Gemini. The possibilities, the dreams that you have, you need to go towards them. You have the 7 of Cups here underneath. So this King of Wands, you know, there are all those dreams. Perhaps there's a lot of possibilities, like we saw. Perhaps that's why you a little scattered. But as you pinpoint really which one is resonating the most with your interior, then that is where you have to take action. See, there's only, well, there's 2 seahorses here, but there's one close to its heart. See? There's one close to its heart. And there's another one looking. Let me get more on this King of Wands. But you need to get practical. Instead of being so much in the thinking, get more into the doing. Yeah, again, 7 of Cups. So that 7 of Cups has to do with, again, all those possibilities, opportunities available for you. But that could be sometimes a little bit Neptunian, which is a little bit illusory. There's a lot of illusions. You know, it's not very clear, very practical. And again, that is where you need to get to. Following your intuition. Nurturing yourself. Yeah, we have the Tower. Something unexpected happening. Something crumbling in your life. But remember, this is happening for a reason. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you, Gemini. One more. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Change. Definite change here. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. You're getting into yourself, into creating your future by yourself, independently. This is a card of someone who is self-employed successfully. They're talking here also about gratitude, having gratitude for every single moment. You know, again, cherishing your life, your breath, the fact that you're here and that you do have a mission, you do have a purpose. As you reconnect with God, with the universe, however you want to call it, as you reconnect here, you know, that calls to number 11. Here, cornucopia, abundance. Your abundance will come once you get into your higher mind, your higher self. As you get into that change, that eternal change, this internal change will change your external circumstances. And what is seen here, it's beautiful. You get into your sense of worth, and as you do so, everything starts happening. Plant the seeds, be patient, and all will be well. Miracles will appear. Okay, so turn on the light. The light is here. Don't forget that. I love you, Gemini. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you next week.